Learn from the world's best all in one place with Masterclass, the only streaming platform where you can learn and grow with over 200 of the world's best. Masterclass always has great offers during the holidays, sometimes up to as much as 50% off. Head over to masterclass.com/Spotify for the current offer. That's up to 50% off at masterclass.com/Spotify.
70,000 people are here, and Bob Dylan is the reason for it.
Inspired by the true story.
For anyone who's gonna hold your attention on a stage, you have to kind of be a freak.
Are you a freak?
Hope so.
And starring Timothy Chalamet as Bob Dylan. He defied everyone.
Turn it down!
Play loud!
To change everything.
Make some noise, BD.
Timothy Chalamet, Edward Norton, Elle Fanning, Monica Barbaro, a complete unknown. Now playing only in theaters. Rated R, under 17, not admitted without parent.
Welcome to the You Can Do Both podcast. This is Court.
And this is Ashley, and we're coming at you live from Boston for a really exciting episode.
I know. An episode that's, designed to get us ready for the new year. And boy, am I so ready for January 1st.
No, it's so crazy. I talk all this big game about the holiday season, about how I can't wait for it. I don't want it to end. I want it to feel so long. And every year, without fail, I'm ready for the new year.
I'm exhausted.
I'm exhausted. And my Whoop recovery is just a consistent high yellow. Not even drinking. I'm getting full sleep. I'm like, what more can I do? And it's truly just the exhaustion of the holiday season.
Yeah, I know. If it's not a work party, it's a friend party. If it's not a friend party, it's a family gathering. It's just like back to back to back. And hibernation season is so needed.
So needed. I'm actually very excited for it. So when planning for this episode, I was getting really excited. I already started kind of brainstorming my word of the year.
So fun.
What I want to work on in the new year, which obviously just makes me want it to be here sooner. So as over the next couple of episodes, so the one after this, I believe, will be our New Year's episode. So if you're listening to this on drop day, and you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. And the next time you'll hear from us, you'll get to hear all of Court and I's goals for the new year and like what we're going to bring into 2025. So this episode we are calling it the YCDB30. And I'm sure at least one of you has heard of the 75 hard. The 75 hard is something I've personally been talking about for I feel like years. It's because my high school boyfriend did it, and it was right at the time when it was starting to get popular, and he absolutely slayed the day. Like, he did the full thing of the workout outside, the workout inside, like shed a bunch of weight, like amazing. And I was like, damn, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Now, I've never honestly been down bad enough
to want to do it. Yeah.
Hard.
No, you know what's crazy about the 75 hard? I don't know if universally this is a thing, but the people that I know that have done and gone through with it, if they mess up a day, they have to start back at day one.
Yeah. There's like
misery.
No
it's
corners
hard.
To cut.
It's very hard.
Maybe we should give an overview just in case somebody's listening.
Yeah.
It's pretty quick. It's like 5 things. So let me see if I can recall them. You follow a diet. You take progress pictures every single day. It's obviously 75 days long. So if you mess up, you have to start over. There's no drinking. You have to drink like a certain amount of water a day.
A gallon of water a day.
Which is insane.
Yep.
You have to do 10 pages of reading every single morning of a self-development book. 2 45-minute workouts every single day. 1 outside, 1 inside.
That's really what is the sticking point for me, especially if you live
outside workout.
Yeah, if you live in a cold climate, that is truly misery. If I lived in Florida, hey, perfect, maybe I could do it, but that's really it. And also, I guess people that have done it say it's not as hard to squeeze in the 2 workouts as you might think once you get into the groove of it.
100%.
But I can barely fit in a 45-minute workout in my day, never mind 2 of them.
Yeah, it's pretty much if I were to do it, it would be a 45-minute walk.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I could do. And if you do it in the cold, in the rain, in the snow, like, you will feel so good after. I see the allure. I see the purpose of it all. Now, I'm just, again, not down bad enough to turn to 75 hard. And I don't know if I'll ever do it. Maybe I will. I'll share my journey if I do. But for the interim, Court and I are bringing you YCDB30. So you can hop on this train. We are going to soften the 75 hard, make it our own. We put a couple twists on things that we think the bothers would enjoy, things that we're going to take into January. And we're essentially going to follow this for, does January have 30 days or 31?
I think it has 31 for some reason.
30 days has September, April, June, and November. All the rest of 31. I think it has 31.
Yeah, it has 31.
31. So maybe we should call this
the
YCDB 31. Honestly, I kind of love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's essentially what we're going to go through. I think we have 8 total points of things to follow. It's not going to be overwhelming, but it is something that you can change to make your own. Or if you don't know where to start, I think the list we're going to give you is a great place to start. And without a doubt, it's going to make you feel so good by the end of January.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like the new year comes up so quick, and people who want to set goals feel like they didn't even have enough time to reflect on the year before.
Yeah.
And then January 1st hits, and then you feel like you're behind because you didn't start right at the new year. And I think if you don't know where to start, this may also be a great place to start. So while you're figuring out what you want to work on for the rest of the year, you have a January plan.
Yep.
And you're going to be in such a good headspace.
Totally. And I feel like
ready.
A lot of these things can easily be carried over too. Because I think what intimidates people about goals or challenges like a 75 hard is that they're so unsustainable. And so these are very sustainable. They're a bit softer, as Ashley mentioned. So I think if these things work for you, they could very easily translate into the rest of your year.
Absolutely. All right. Should we dive in?
We shall. The first one will not come as a surprise to absolutely anybody. We're doing dry January.
I'm so excited. I've been thinking about how excited I am for dry January since October.
Yep. I honestly have been thinking about our holiday cocktail competition, and I'm like, the thought of drinking again in a whole night surrounded, and the purpose of it is to drink, makes me want to pass away.
I told Joe maybe I would do a mocktail and not tell anybody.
Wait, if we don't want to do it, we don't have to do it. I feel like it's one of those things where it's going to be so fun once we're doing it.
No, it'll be so fun. I just haven't come up with my cocktail.
Yeah, same. Oh, by the way, we're doing that tonight. It'll be good. It'll be good.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, so we are going to be doing dry January again, so absolutely no alcohol, and thank goodness we have some alternatives. We're partnering with Wink again for January, so you best bet that's going to be our buddy every single night after
100%.
work.
The entire week this week, Joe and I have been indulging in Winks ever since I have very beautifully placed them in my fridge.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to actually fall through with it this time.
That's right.
So it's going to be my first ever dry January where I don't cheat.
That's kind of amazing.
I know.
That makes it more exciting.
I know.
Like, I almost wish I didn't,
No.
do it before, because it's like, it's so exciting when it's the first time. Last year was my first time not breaking it.
Yeah, but you loved it so much. So
I loved it
like
so much. I came out of it
a new person.
Yeah, sober curious. Like, it was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we'll see. I'm really excited. But in my current position, I have 3 days of binge drinking ahead. Holiday cocktail competition, my dad's holiday party, and my mom's birthday.
Yikes.
No, I'm so scared.
No, like, your parents are so terrifying.
I know.
When it comes to drinking. Like, they make you look weak.
I know. It's honestly a bit of a problem, but moving on.
Story for another day.
Yeah. First one is dry January. Second one is reading one book every single day. So minimum 10 pages. And what I found with reading is even if you're not in the mood to read, once you start, you really can't stop.
Yeah.
And you'll end up reading for like 30 minutes to an hour, and you just kind of escape into your book. So whether it's a fiction book, for me it will definitely be a fiction book, whether it's a nonfiction book, a self-help wellness book, I think a goal of 10 pages a day is very doable, and you'll be better for it.
Totally. My favorite approach is like self-development book in the morning and then like a fiction book at night. I feel like you can literally read 2 books. I always read like 2 books at a time depending on what vibe I'm feeling and time of day that I'm reading. But as long as you get 10 pages in, you could check it off the YCDB30 list.
Love it. I don't think I've ever read 2 books at the same time.
Really?
Yeah.
They're so different. They like itch completely different parts of your brain, and like a fiction book you want to get through quickly, but a nonfiction book, like it'll literally take me 6 months to read one full one, and that's okay because it's not like you're not itching to read it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. Whereas a fiction book, I'm thinking about it when I'm not reading it, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to read it. What's gonna happen next? Yeah, I get that. I think I have like a money book or something, so maybe I will try that.
Third on the list is a 45-minute movement session. So this doesn't need to be a 45-minute intense HIIT workout every day, but at least 45 minutes of some sort of movement, whether it be walking, stretching, Pilates, going to the gym. Just get the work done, and stay consistent for all 31 days.
Yep. What I'm most looking forward to about this point is going to yoga. Flexibility is on my goals list every single year, and this year I really need to focus on that. I feel like I'm getting lower back pain, like I'm feeling my age, and I just need to stretch. I need to be dynamic. I need to feel good. I don't want to go and do an exercise at the gym and be like, oh my god, I haven't been in that position in forever, like my muscles are pulling. That's just never a good feeling.
I am really excited about my current split of workouts throughout the week. Like if I don't go to the gym, I actually don't move at all. So like that is what gets me to the gym like around 5 times a week, which is awesome. But this point will help me move when I don't get to the gym. But I feel like my kind of 2025 goal, but specifically January, will be at least like 2 days of Pilates, 2 days of like strength training, 2 to 3 days of strength training, and then either yoga or like actual intentional walking to get me there.
Love it. Court did a workout with me this week, and it's probably the best workout I've had in the past year, honestly.
Aww.
It was so good because when I work out, so I don't build my own workouts. I mean, I have in the past, like I just never found anything that stuck. So whenever I go to the gym and I'm not doing a class, I usually just follow Joe around. Your workouts compared to Joe, yours are meant for the girls.
Of course.
There's Pilates movements, there's core strengthening while you're doing another muscle. And I felt so good all around. I was in such a good headspace after. I felt like it was a full body workout, even though we just targeted arms. And my abs are sore, my arms are sore. It was so good. So I'm also looking forward to hopping on Courtney's workouts and following her around the gym.
That makes me so happy. I also have better workouts when I work out with other people because it prevents me from slacking off.
100%.
Like if I don't feel like doing an extra set, like I won't. But if I'm with somebody else and they are kind of putting their workout in my hands, I'm like, wait, this has to be a good workout.
Yeah.
And so I love it. I love when you work out with me.
Yeah, I think it's beneficial all around.
Definitely.
Next one is taking your daily supplements. So I have so many supplements all around my house.
Me too. It's embarrassing.
And I have not taken a supplement in 6 months.
Yep.
Aside from the occasional magnesium, but I literally forget it's there.
Yeah.
So Do you want to share any supplements that you have lying around that you're going to start taking?
Yeah, I mean, I'll start with AG1, which is so like basic. I think any greens powder will do, but I have accumulated so much because I was on a monthly subscription. I ended up canceling it, obviously, because I wasn't going through it fast enough. But then Matt's sister is like, Courtney, I have AG1 and I absolutely hate it. Can you take this off of my hands? So I truly have like a whole cabinet filled with AG1. So if you want to try it, I'll happily give you some.
Oh my God.
But some sort of greens powder. Not to spoil it, but I want to be on like a skin health journey in 2025. And like literally one of the foundational things that you have to do is not drink coffee first in the morning. And I've seen such great success when I was regimented with like any sort of green in the morning. Could have been a green juice, didn't have to be an AG1. So that's something I want to start drinking again. I want to find a good probiotic. I feel like that's what's missing, but that's really good for gut health. Obviously magnesium. I'm trying to think of what else I have. I feel like those are the core 3. But I want to do some research on like what helps with like acne. I think there's like a supplement called DEHA that's super helpful. Like I want to get really specific with the things that I'm trying to work on.
Yeah, I like that.
What about you? What supplements do you have lying around?
I have a Nutrafol lying around.
Oh, yep. Oh, I have that. Yep.
I think it's like skin and hair or something. Give that a go.
Yep.
I have colostrum.
Oh, yep.
That Arma colostrum, that I think that's the first Instagram ad that I was actually targeted, and it succeeded. I think I've taken it maybe 10 times and I have a whole jug of the powder. So I think that will also be great because it's supposed to help your immune system, and I feel like in the winter months we get sick a lot. Yep. So that, and then my magnesium. I'm not planning to purchase any new ones. I want to use up what I have
currently. Yep.
And then once I get into the habit of taking my supplements each day, then I can branch out. I don't really know what I'd be looking for at the moment. So
yeah, that's smart. I also have those packets that Symbiotica, you see it all the time. It's like little jelly packs that people like slurp up they'll put in their coffee. And I actually do take those, not every day, but pretty religiously, like a few times a week. So maybe getting back on that until they run out. But I have a glutathione. I have no idea what the fuck any of this shit does, but I think there's a bunch of antioxidants in it, so good for the immune system. They have a magnesium one that literally made me almost throw up. Like the flavor is vanilla cream, and it sounds like it would be good. It's actually good in a tea, but I tried to take it by itself, and like something about it, I was like, not loving this. Like,
oh no.
Just think of what it could be.
Yeah.
You know? What it could remind you of.
Yeah, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. Moving on. Oh my God, I feel sick. All right, after taking your daily supplements, we are going to start every morning with a journal session.
Woo! I'm so excited.
Can you tell who added this one? We're going to do 3 affirmations and then 3 things you're grateful for today. And then maybe we should also, I think McKenna mentioned this, 1 thing you want to accomplish today. I feel like that's a good one to add, to be like, okay, we're always moving the needle forward. If I accomplish this one thing, I will feel complete.
Yeah. I also like her 1 thing I want to let go of.
Yeah.
It's like an anti-affirmation. It's like, I'm not letting this feeling or emotion or thing bother me today.
Yeah. I just feel like I'm kind of unbothered. It would almost be, I would have to think about things I want to let go of. And then at that point, I'm just breeding negativity.
Okay, fine. So let's do 3 affirmations. Do you want to talk about how you want to approach affirmations?
Yeah. So I don't know what my affirmations will be just yet. But if I had to think about it, once I have my goals for the year, I want to pick a theme and then pick an affirmation or 2 that resonates with that theme. Tailoring your affirmations. I feel like when I've done journal sessions in the past, I'm like, affirmation. I'm like, what the heck do I want to think of? And then I feel silly and stupid. Mm-hmm. So I think being intentional about the affirmations that you're choosing, and honestly, they can be the same ones every day. And in a way, it's probably better if they're consistently the same affirmations throughout the month, because the more you tell yourself that, the more you believe it.
Yeah, you're like drilling it into you and truly making yourself believe it. I kind of like that approach. Like picking 1 to 3 each month could be really fun, like whatever you're trying to focus on for that particular month. Because I also am someone that likes to think of like months as like little categories in my life, and like, what do I want to do this month? And whenever we used to plan month by month where you can do both, like things actually happened. The needle actually moved. Yeah. And so I think that's a cool framework. And then obviously the 3 things you're grateful for just set the tone for the day and like help you appreciate the little things as opposed to just being derailed by your day. We talked about this in so many episodes, but super easy, 3 and 3. Following your morning journal session, we have daily check-in with a family member. It can be as simple as a little text, thinking of you, how are you, call me after work, or a FaceTime. But I swear it's like something which is so sad, but it can be easily like dismissed. Sometimes I'll go like a week without calling my dad, and it's like the phone works both ways. Like clearly we're just busy, but whenever I pick up the phone to like talk to any loved one, I just feel so good afterwards. And also being someone that like lives so far away from my family, like I always remind myself that like if I don't do those little things, I don't see them like enough throughout the year. So it's like I always remind myself how crazy it is that I see my family like enough times to count every single year. Like over the summer, my mom comes up to visit. I go down for either Christmas or Thanksgiving. I make a point to go down in the summer. And when you think about like your whole life, it's so crazy as you get older. And if you don't live in the same state as your family, how easy it is to kind of not be in touch or like in their everyday life. And so I'm really excited about that one personally. But it could literally take between 30 seconds and 5 minutes of your day and then just make you feel so good.
Yeah, I agree. Over the past couple of weeks, we've spent a lot of time with Joe's family, which is great. But it's made me miss my family extra. Yeah. And I got so jealous this weekend because we had plans in Boston. But my sister went home. She went out with my parents for dinner, and they all went got pedicures together after. And she's like, Dad fell asleep in the chair. It was so funny. And I was like, I want to be there for those funny moments. Like, I didn't even know you guys got pedicures. Like, that's so fun. And I just think I need to be better about calling them, reaching out. And like you said, the phone works both ways, but I feel like parents are always like, oh, I don't want to bother them. 100%. I don't want to bother them. Maybe that's just an excuse though. But yeah, I'm also really excited. I want to stay better connected to my family. And if you don't have a huge family and you're like, wait, every day I'm not going to call my mom every single day. Do your sibling one day, your mom one day, your grandfather one day, your dad one day, call a distant friend one day. Like you can pick your version of family, but reaching out to somebody just for a check-in. Yeah. Even a simple, hey, I'm thinking of you. Yep. How's your week?
Those are the best texts to receive.
During YCDB31, we will also be following a clean diet. Pick a diet that resonates with you. One diet does not solve all, but we can mention a couple things that we are going to work on. The first is drinking so much water. Mm-hmm. So our big Yetis that we have, I am planning to drink 3 of those every single day. When I'm focused on drinking water, drinking 3 of those is not hard. Yep. It's not difficult in the slightest. No. But if I am not thinking about my H2O consumption, I can go an entire day without having a sip of water.
Oh, it's crazy.
And this morning particularly, I'm thirsty. I woke up like 3 times throughout the night and just chugged my water. Your girl's dehydrated, so I'm excited to be hydrated. Maybe like spice up your water. Add that colostrum in. Add the some electrolytes in.
Add some lemon.
Yeah. Oh my God, I added lemon 2 nights ago. I added a whole lemon. It was so tart. I accidentally cut up 1 too many lemons, and I was like, what can I do with this lemon? Let me put it in my water. Yeah, it was crazy. I love acidity though in lemons. I used to eat lemons as a whole.
So crazy to me.
Yeah. Anyways, so that's one of them. What other clean diet rules are we following?
I really want to focus on a high protein diet. I feel like at least during the holiday season, I I'm just so busy and exhausted. I kind of get lazy in the kitchen or in my fridge. Like, we haven't gone grocery shopping, so we become like little scoundrels. Is that a word? Scoundrels. We become little scoundrels, and we'll like pick a little thing here. We'll like make something of nothing, and it's like, great. I just had like pasta and butter for dinner, or I just had rice and a singular vegetable, like just to not have to go to the grocery store, to be honest with you. And so I've realized recently that I don't think I get enough protein in, especially for the amount that I like to work out and move my body. And I really want a bigger butt in 2025, and you need a lot of protein. So I want to start introducing bone broth. People that drink bone broth in the morning are obsessed with it. So I kind of want to explore what all the hype is about, and just simply, without even adding anything else to my diet, I just want to make sure that there's a significant amount of protein in every meal that I eat throughout the day.
Yeah, I love that. I think Joe is randomly like super into food. He just bought a book that I sent him about the food, like, I'm blanking on what it's called, but it's essentially like why the food industry is a scam, and how they're putting like they're marketing it to you as something better than it is, and how it's not, and like, here are the primary sources of nutrition that like you should follow. So he's really good about making sure where are our eggs coming from? Where's our milk coming from? Are we having grass-fed beef? And he's like, we need protein in every meal. Like, if I try to cook a dinner without protein, he's like, well, where's the protein? We need to add the protein. So if it wasn't for him, I would be having no protein. So and even the beef sticks, chomps, the jalapeno chomps, those are my favorite go-to snack. I want to be better about having snacks. Like, I'm starving.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not a good way.
We don't buy snacks, and I'm constantly hungry. And even if I wanted to snack, I don't have anything. Yeah. So I want to be better about having things in the fridge that I can assemble that make me feel good. Yeah. That aren't like a bag of Doritos. Yeah. But some sort of snacking that's good for me.
Yeah. I had a work trip a couple weeks ago where I spent a lot of time with one of my coworkers, Taylor, and she is glowing from the inside out. Like, she has perfect skin, perfect hair. I'm like, girl, what do you eat on the day-to-day? Like, please enlighten me. And she's like, girl, you have no idea. She's 30. And she's like, a few years ago, I had like the worst acne, like the worst eating habits, etc. And I completely changed my life. And it was so simple. This is what she's done.
I'm so excited.
So this is her diet every single day. Not me like blowing her up, but that's fine. Her diet every morning is eggs and spinach. Sometimes the spinach is sauteed, sometimes it's not. Then she has like a snack in between lunchtime, and that's typically like carrots or cucumber with hummus. Like, she doesn't have any processed foods in her house.
I'm lost.
Yeah, I know.
That sounds appetizing.
No, it's fine. It doesn't add any flavor to anything.
No. I'm not like carrots.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm going to continue.
Okay, sorry.
So then for lunch, she has like a big salad. Like, she just preps it. I fucking hate salad.
I like a salad, but it needs to be a
amazing
bomb-ass salad. And that's hard to do.
Listen, she has a bomb-ass salad. And with like a main source of protein, like some sort of chicken or something that's already cooked so that it's super easy to assemble. I forgot what she mentioned, but she does have another snack. I think she has chopsticks or something. And then for dinner, she's very particular about where she gets her beef. So like she has a particular farm where she gets...
Okay, we were just talking. I was like, Joe, we need to find a farmer outside of Boston that we drive to once a week or bi-weekly. And we get our eggs, we get our milk, we get our meat from.
Yep.
Can we find that?
So she is bi-coastal, which is also fucking iconic. She has a home in San Diego and a home in DC.
I fear she needs to come on the podcast.
I know. She will. Okay. But in DC, she's like, it's so much harder. She's like, we don't have a farmer in DC, but we do in San Diego. So she's like, the city is a challenge, but she's like, yeah, Boston should be easy because like there's so many rural parts close to it. So I think this is possible for us. But she has,
gets me excited.
She has a beef dinner for one night. She has seafood, she has chicken, and then she has like another one that's like can be a vegetable based night, and then whatever for the next 2 days or whatever. but she like really has a good split. She does the Isis Clinicals peel pads every other day. And she's like, those have literally changed my life.
Yeah, I heard those are just truly incredible.
Consistency is everything. Yeah, those are the main takeaways, but I was just really impressed by her diet. I was very inspired. She doesn't have a cracker. She doesn't have a chip. She doesn't have like any of that in her house. And then when she eats out, she obviously eats whatever she wants.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, I could do that. That sounds reasonable. But yeah, so I'm not going to have any packaged snacks. That's my goal because I'm a freaking snacker.
Yeah, snacking is difficult to stop. So you have to like find replacements that are actually good or else you're just always going to revert back.
Yeah, you just can't have it in the house, to be honest. And unfortunately, my house is filled with holiday cookies. They just won't stop coming to me. Like I'm not even doing anything about it.
Yeah,
like people are just dropping them off at my door and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this now? I have to eat them.
Yeah.
Last within the clean diet, I believe we're both going to follow is no food delivery. I've been so bad with like Uber Eats recently. I can't even look at my credit card statement.
Yeah.
So just trying to limit the amount of times that we're ordering in.
Oh, no, we're not ordering in
for
January.
Sorry. That's not what I meant to say. I meant to say limit the amount of times we're also like going out to eat. Like I don't want to eat maybe more than one time a week, like not from my own kitchen.
Yeah.
And no delivery is going to help me with that.
Yeah. Absolutely no food delivery in January. I don't care what diet you're following. This is helping our bank accounts. This is helping our health. This is helping our mental. Get all of your food delivery out. You can, on February 1st, you can order a big meal. If you want to order from a restaurant, because it's not realistic that maybe you'll always have a full meal to make, you should go pick it up. Maybe you find a place and you walk to go pick it up. We are not paying for the convenience of somebody dropping it at our door. It is so bad.
Yeah.
I ordered Thai food last night from the place that's a 10-minute walk. Now, am I going to go out when it's freezing cold at 7 p.m.?
Raining. It was
raining.
raining.
But we also had food here that we could have made, but we weren't in the mood. We wanted to treat ourselves.
I get it.
And that's totally fine. I felt, and I stand by that decision. I'm looking forward to having it for lunch today. But in January, I don't want any of that.
I saw this TikTok last night of James Charles, and he orders delivery all the time. And
I saw that video.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
And how like Uber's like scamming with the fake discounts, and then the Uber one and whatever. And he's like, it literally ends up being like $7 extra, and they like break it out into all these categories of fees that are Uber's just pocketing pretty much.
It's disgusting.
It's crazy.
Honestly.
Also, I never understood the tipping of the driver. It's like their job is to drive it to you.
Yeah. I just feel like in Boston, they're always on a bike.
No, but they're not. They're literally not on
Mine
bikes.
Are always on bikes.
No. Have you ever gone down to see what they're pulling up
Oh,
in?
you think they pretend to be on a bike?
They're not on bikes. Every single time I go to get my food, I make sure I'm seeing who drops it off. They're never on a bike, but they always say that they're on a bike.
Oh, that is so fucked.
Yes.
Because psychologically, I'm like, oh my God, this
on a
man
bike.
is biking. Like, let me throw him a couple extra dollars.
They're not on bikes. There are people on bikes, like motorized bikes that like have the fucking like coolers things on the back that do exist in Boston, but I don't know what it is. They say that they're on bikes when they're not. Like 99% of the time they're not on a bike.
On the day of the fire, I had left that morning to fly to Boston. And I left my 16-year-old son here by himself. And it was while he was gone that the fire started. The smoke detector in his room was tied into the alarm.com system. So when he came back from the airport, fire trucks were already here in the cul-de-sac. They opened up the front door and immediately they smelled the smoke. They got there so fast because of the system notifying them. It saved the rest of my house. And my 3 dogs were in there. It automatically shut off my HVAC upstairs and shut off the vents. And it helped keep the smoke damage being, a minimal. I'm extremely grateful for my alarm.com system. And it saved my house and saved my dogs. I don't know where we would be without it. It saved everything that day.
Alarm.com. Millions protected. Visit alarm.com to find a local authorized service provider and learn how you can protect your family, your home, and your business.
Hey, it's Austin James. If you're like me, trying to live your best life while living with diabetes, you can relate to worrying if you're doing a good job managing your diabetes. I use the Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor to get real-time glucose readings and see the impact of every meal and activity to make better decisions. The Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor can help me live life with diabetes on my own terms, and it gives me more time for the things I love, like being a dad and a musician. Now this is progress. Learn more at freestylelibre.us.
For prescription only. Safety info found at freestylelibre.us.
Wait, I'm like mad.
No, I swear to you. I swear to God.
So we're boycotting Uber Eats. If that doesn't give you another reason to boycott, that's crazy.
No, it's so annoying. But you think about it. They're not making the food. They're not they're not doing anything. Their job is to transport. They're already getting paid by Uber, probably not enough to go pick up stuff at the restaurant to bring it to you, but they're not doing an additional service.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know. I mean, I always tip like the lowest amount. Faster. I always tip, but it makes me really upset every single time. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe there's something I don't know, and I'm just really passionate about like this narrative in my head, but to me it doesn't make sense.
I like the narrative in your head. I feel like that resonated with me. I learned something new today. And the final YCDB31 item that we will be following,
last but not least,
is a 10-minute cleanup before bedtime. I mentioned I heard this on the Mel Robbins podcast, I think a couple of episodes ago. Or it was something along the lines of, when you see something out of place, put it away. We're going to take that concept. You set a timer if you want, just 10 minutes right before you go to bed, and just pick up things that are out of place. Straighten the shoes, fold the blankets, hang up your coat that maybe you threw on the couch, like the little things, so that when you wake up in the morning, you are coming out to a fresh space. And if it's a mess and you can't get it all done in 10 minutes, that's fine. Like, you can still go to bed. 10 minutes is nothing. Everybody can find 10 minutes before bed.
Yep. 100%.
So I think this will, out of everything on the list, I would say this is probably the easiest one that will actually make a huge difference in your life.
Definitely. That just made me think of Mel Robbins and all of the so fun New Year's related episodes that she comes out with.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
Like, I can't wait.
Listen, if this episode doesn't do it, listen to Mel Robbins and get inspired to reflect on your year. I can't reiterate that enough. You can't think of what you want to bring into your next year if you don't reflect on the highs and the lows of the previous year. And next episode is going to be about our goals. We'll touch on reflection a little bit, but this is your reminder that between now and January 1st, get that journal out. We can post, I'm happy to post some prompts and stuff on our Instagram story to help you get into the mindset, and so that you don't feel like you have a blank slate. But yeah, sorry, I digress.
I love it. I think that closes us out. And yeah, we just reviewed YCDB31. Send this to your bestie, a friend that you want to do the YCDB31 with. I feel like we mentioned this when we do our workouts together. We end up having a better workout and working out harder. I think having someone to hold you accountable is huge, and it's fun. Be like, oh, did you do this yet? Check. Oh, one other thing. You need some sort of checklist every day that you can physically check it off. Whether you write it down, whether it's in Notion, whether it's the Notes app on your phone, something where you can mark it off so you can keep track of your progress.
Well, with that, stay tuned in January. Can't wait to be on this journey with all of you.
2025 is around the corner.
Truly can't wait. My face can't wait. I feel so puffy from all the drinking, from all the eating, the delivery food. I just simply... And the worst part is it's just going to get worse from here on out.
Wait, you said something funny the other day. You were like, no, you said it funnier. You were like, and I am a pad thai or something. Oh. You called yourselves funnier in the moment. Anyways...
Okay, well, we love you. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. We hope you spend a lot of time with family and friends over this next couple weeks of holidays, and we'll chat with you next week.
Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Love ya.
Bye. Bye.